Now let's go to our next keynote with Semih Kumluk, Head of AI at PwC. Now I know we're having a couple of technical issues just trying to connect to Semih. Hopefully he'll be able to hear me. We're talking achieving Gen AI-Driven transformation. Hello Semih, can you hear me okay?
Hello, Neil. Yes. Okay, perfect.
Fantastic. It's always a concern at an event like this. Whilst it's going for us technically, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Neil. Thank you, all the organizing committee of Tech and AI Live, this Gen AI edition. I'm extremely glad to be here. I can better with my glasses off, so there is no reflection. So I wanted to touch upon the enablement, what we can do with Gen AI to achieve this transformation. I didn't want to talk about Gen AI use cases in a specific field, in a specific area, how to do the prompting. That I just wanted to touch. Okay, we are talking a lot about Gen AI, but how do we bring it home? What are the steps? What are the tips? What are the strategies that can be taken by the organizations at any levels, and with some examples, with some of my specific use cases, etc. So Gen AI, of course, it's a quite advanced technology developed by the IT people, engineers, technologists, AI engineers. We have different names for them. But when compared to the other technologies we have or other AI approaches, you call machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, etc., Gen AI has a specific case. When ChatGPT came to the play, it democratized access to AI tools. We can argue it's just a tool. We shouldn't call it AI, other tools as well. But still, at the moment we came to, many people are associating AI with Gen AI now. When they talk to AI, they mean Gen AI, or when they mean ChatGPT, etc. So I think Gen AI is now for non-technical people more than technical people. So how do we achieve that enablement? How do we make more and more people using it to achieve this Gen AI-driven transformation? If we were to talk about AI-driven transformation, I would touch different things. I would talk, we need data infrastructure, we need to build machine learning algorithms, we need the library algorithms, we then move it to production, we need to come up with use cases, etc. But Gen AI is a little bit different because people are already using Gen AI. But there is a trick there which I want to touch. So as in many transformation cases, transformation agenda, of course you have to provide the tool, buy some kind of technology, license, tool, whatever, and provide access to that tool by your employees mainly. And in this case, when I say ChatGPT, actually I mean all of them. It's not I don't have a specific inclination for any. I'm using ChatGPT, Copilot, I would say equally, trying most of them, etc. But I might give us answers to ChatGPT without knowing it. So you give license to your employees. You want to buy this corporate license version of any tool you like. So is that sufficient? Just buying the license, giving access to the employees? I think no. And I want to share some tips and tricks here. So first, my suggested way, what I implement, what I do with my clients, and also internally here we at PwC, is to, of course, run some sessions. Those people, I'm sure most of the people attending this session, all the organizers are passionate about Gen AI. You must be using Gen AI, all these tools, maybe 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day, whenever there is a new feature coming in, you try all these new features yourself. Maybe you post about it, etc. But people are not at that level. People who are not passionate about AI, who are not following all the latest developments, features about AI, are not at the same level and are not sharing, are not using these tools at the same level as you are, as we are. So we cannot assume, oh, we just need a license, we provide license, people would start using it. Many people, even the users, of course, we can just check the numbers. Still, many people are not using these tools. Even the users, most of the users today are using it same as they are using Google. Using it to ask some questions, just to try its capabilities. Oh, it knows that. Oh, it answers that too. But it is not using, they are not good at prompting. I'm not saying prompt engineering is the future, we should do that, but we should, to get started, we need to show the real capabilities of these tools. When it comes to text generation, it is not just writing emails. It has access to all the knowledge, pretty much all the knowledge that we have on the internet. You can use it for mentorship. You can use it for document summarization. You can use it for any kind of suggestion, solving problems, storytelling, to present your presentation the best way, etc. So we should teach them first how to use these features. So it's not only email writing tool. That's the main thing we should be aware. We cannot go with the assumption that people know this and they will start using it to the fullest. It doesn't happen. I actually came up with some clients that employees weren't aware they had the Copilot license, basically. So that's the communication and teaching them using it to the most is the key. Again, teaching them, training them is tricky here. If it was like a tool training, let's say Excel training, Excel's features are obvious, right? Or PowerPoint or Python or any language, any tool, any program you like. We have some definitive uses, definitive features to teach there. But ChatGPT, even ChatGPT engineers don't know the full capabilities yet. You can go through cheat sheets, you can build up your prompt library. Still, there is more and more to explore. Oh, I think I see myself. Oh, okay. I think I'm back. Hopefully you can hear me well. So that's one thing, the training bit, providing the knowledge to the users about using those tools is a bit tricky, but it is a must, definitely, to begin with. So once you do that, once you make people start using it to the more, then you start building the usage library, prompt library, use case library. It can have, of course, the waves within the organization. If your company has 10,000 employees, 100,000 employees in global multinational scale, you will start, of course, easy, because license, you have to pay for that. You would start with 100 first, then 500, then 1,000, etc., etc. That is more a natural approach. But once we provide that knowledge, how to use ChatGPT effectively, then we need to collect those use cases, prompts mainly. And I know in many cases, enterprise licenses, the admins, the sponsors of the change management transformation program can see the prompts by the employees for improvement, for quality purposes, for checking return purposes, etc. So that's very, very important, because we want to reach 100 kilometers per hour in very, very short time. To be able to do that, we have to like come up with the quick, easy solutions as quick as possible. To be able to do that, we have to provide existing solutions to everyone. So this is like walking or doing it the other way. For some initial users, we train them, and for others, for this next phase, we just give them the medicine, the pills, the prescription to use. So just these are the top prompts used by our colleagues, top prompts used by your colleagues in your department, in HR department, in IT department. Just start using them. So to promote further and further more and more usage, actual active usage, effective usage, that prompt library is very important. Then as we speak, more features are being added. And again, I would like to give the ChatGPT example. Now we have the custom GPTs, which is a great time saver. Then comes to conducting the GenAI enablement workshops. Okay, we provided you the access, we provided you the training, we provided you the prompt library. How you can use it more? What are your most repetitive tasks with a bit expert facilitation, expert guidance? What are your most repetitive tasks that you can embed into a custom GPT? What are the challenging activities? What are your pain points? And these are different in different personas. I'll give some further examples too. What are your pain points that is taking a lot of time that we might be able to build some custom GPTs that would be helpful, that would be really useful for you. These workshops are very, very useful, and within the workshop itself, we have to make them build their custom GPTs. It's not when you make it as an assignment, the people just lose the appetite when they enter their busy schedule, busy workload, etc. So the purpose of that workshop is to, in ChatGPT case, is to build custom GPTs for their work, for their own usage. Then comes deeper sessions, even for some users, for some personas within the organization, one-to-one sessions, especially at the high level, one-to-one coaching. Again, you cannot assume that they will start using it, especially as you go up in the hierarchy. Those people are busier, and they get busiest at the top. So they don't have time to attend your training. They don't have time to watch your tutorial videos. You cannot assume. Just to the point, what are the pain points of a leader? What are the use cases for a leader in your company, a finance leader, a marketing leader, etc. And for them, you might provide one-to-one tutorship, which I have been doing for some of leadership in my organization, in our clients, etc. And you can, of course, swap the order. It's up to you. It's a bit about your change management strategy. If you would like to get the buy-in from those leaders, buy-in and sponsorship, and also convey the message, communicate the message through those leaders, you do those at the beginning. And they would lead by example. They will share in their team meetings, in their department meetings, what are the uses, how they are already using these tools in their work, in their tasks, daily activities, daily tasks, etc. So they set the example. They just lead by example and further motivation, inspiration, and they can ask as well. So they know how ChatGPT works, what are the capabilities other tools work. They can demand more and more usage, more and more use cases from their teams, going to the clients, solving internal problems, improving internal process efficiencies, productivity, etc. So you can also use them to push the transformation even to the next levels, even to the higher levels within the organization as well. And along the way, one important task, whoever is leading this transformation efforts, is to measure the return on investment. With a very easy calculation, what is the license cost, what is the salary of the employee, of the users, what is the time saving multiplied by the salary, that the return would be very, very obvious. But again, still to quantify, you might need further budget, you might need further support. It would help you still. And you don't have to do time studies, empirical studies. Surveys are very helpful here because you would like to get the average out of all. So any errors in the survey, data collection through survey would be just canceled out when you collect a lot of data from a lot of employees. Just regularly, every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, you have been using this tool. What are the benefits that you see? What are the time saving to complete some specific tasks? Some tasks, text generation activities, some problem solving activities, some content generation, report generation, presentation preparing, based on the different personas in the organization. If you collect also this data, what has been the specific benefit to the users, initial users, next wave users in the organization, and you show it, you are able to justify and provide access to more people in the organization. And also, if you like to go to the next level in your build preparations, that you need to fine-tune, you want to fine-tune the model with your data, you need further support, you want to provide access through a big data management platform to your internal data, to your numerical quantitative data as well. All of these require further budget. So you would have your case that this was the initial achievement, initial saving we had. To go further, to go higher, we need to do this, and we need this support to achieve that one. There are different ways, of course, when you go to the last level. How do you provide access to your internal data? If you go Copilot, for example, Copilot is embedded into Microsoft Suite. So it has access to at least your Excel data files, etc. It's a little bit helpful. Some organizations more keen, more sensitive about their data, they go for open source models and they just try running it on their premises within their data centers, or even some clients demand them using it on the actual laptops, actual computers, etc. And many are having partnerships with these LLM providers and fine-tuning the model and providing access to their big data and enabling users to talk with any kind of data they have, any kind of operational data, big data, database that they might have. So they are using the same interface to access their data. So to summarize, my main message is generative AI is for the users, for non-technical people, for the business professionals in the organization. So to achieve the GenAI-driven transformation, we have to make them use these tools. And I can give an example of a computer now. If you go 50 years back, was there any business professional using computer to do their jobs? No, computers didn't exist. But currently today, is there any business professional can do their jobs without a computer? Also, no, it's impossible. I can't even think about it. But still, during the interviews, we are not asking, do you know how to use computer, right? It is now a given skill. So soon it will also be a given skill. There are different computer usage skills, but we should think about that one day in time, everybody will start using these tools. How can we make them use it to the most? How can we make our organization benefit usage of these tools to the most? That's my message. As the AI enthusiasts are more technical people, as maybe AI engineers, developers, users, early adopters of these tools, I think our mission is to help our organizations achieve this enablement, achieve this transformation. Thank you very much again for the opportunity. Thanks all BizClik team for the organization, for having me. Wishing you all the best in your GenAI journeys. Thank you.
Semih, thank you very much indeed. One quick question, if I can, on the end. The people side of things, when it comes to GenAI, it is rapidly turning into the theme of the event today. It's a conversation that keeps coming up. From your point of view, what advice would you have to organizations when it comes to the people side of their GenAI strategy? How do you make sure the two are completely integrated and support each other?
I would say two things. One is to have a policy around them. We might call it a guideline or a policy, like the conscious usage, responsible usage of these tools by the people. That should be there. Like it is a must. We should do it in the checklist. And when it comes to how do we bring them on board, how do we keep the balance here? I see the upskilling programs help a lot. Not standalone training teaching sections, but upskilling program. It is really an agenda. As a company, we went on this journey and we are putting you in this program. Over the next 6 months, 1 year, you will be trained by using these tools to use these tools. Then you will develop some use cases. Then you will build some projects. You will do some hackathons. Then you will become champions in the organization. So when it's a long program, I think it helps to, even going further than the people, it helps to make it part of culture as well, because the message is more strong when it is part of the an upskilling program. And through that, by tackling different elements in that upskilling program, training, use case, hackathon, capstone project, the library, champions, etc. Then we have a 360 approach, 360 handling of the people. So upskilling program, I would say, is the key to handle people, to bring people on board.
Absolutely, it's a generational change. Nola highlighted for me the other day by my daughter, who was desperate to use Gen AI for some high school homework, and yet I gave her a CD and she could not open the case, which made me feel prehistoric. Anyway, Semih, thank you so much for your time. Pleasure for you to join us here at Gen AI Live.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.